What is happening, guys? So we're going to continue modifying the Fiesta ST180 ready for the next track day. The parts that we're going to be fitting in this episode have very kindly been donated by Goode Racing in Leicester. I'll put a link in the description to their website. The keen viewers of you will know that we already had the induction kit fitted and it sounds absolutely amazing. I have actually taken it off to show the complete process of this lot from start to finish. We just threw it on for the track day because we're children and couldn't help ourselves. So this episode is going to be installing an induction kit, a quick shifter, and a rear gearbox engine steady. Right, let's get into it. This is the throw that we've got on the gear stick, standard. So it's quite a lot. If we get a tape measure and hold it against the dash there, we're at about 90mm to that back edge. Pull it that way, that goes back to about 200mm. So there's about 110mm of throw. So let's get that quick shifter fitted and see how much it reduces it by. So Goode Racing have actually done their own installation video of the quick shifter, which is on their YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that in the description. You might as well watch it. It's always good seeing a few different videos on something if you want to do it. But first thing we need to do is remove the airbox, the battery, and the battery tray. So once you've got all that out of the way, that exposes the linkage. Now this one is the one that you've got to pry off, and it looks as though you get under it and just push it up like that. So that's that off. That one, like that. And that then goes on top of the quick shifter. So push this one out of the way a bit. Get your quick shifter and take the bottom plate off, which is up there. This has got a hole in the back there, that goes, fits on like that, plate goes underneath, bolts go through, and then that clips back on the top. And that is that fitted on. So this one just clips back on top, that's bolted down. I have Loctited the threads just so we know, and I've gone round and tried to do them equally so that plate comes up and there's an equal gap all the way around. That's on. We have got a bit of oil down here, which we've just been doing a bit of looking at. We think is the rocker cover weeping, and obviously this is the lowest point where it's going to sit. So I think we'll have to order a rocker cover gasket and get that sorted. Right, that's that fitted now, so, oh yeah, it's much shorter. Let's just have a quick measure in the same place. So that's moved it back by about 10mm and forward by about 10mm, so we've lost 20mm of movement, which is quite a lot, but it just feels a lot more direct. It doesn't feel as clunky and woolly as it did before, which is, I'd take it being more direct over a reduced throw any day. So let's get the battery and everything back on, and then we'll look at fitting this induction kit. So there's all the battery and everything back in, nice, quick, easy to put back together. Let's have a look at fitting this induction kit now. So what you need to do from the original induction kit, now I've managed to lose the screws for this when we took it off the last time, but undo the screws and take the MAF sensor out, and that then fits into the new trumpet there, like that, which is supplied with two lovely new screws. Just nip them up. I'll do them up properly when it's in the car. Then what I did the last time was fit the hose first. And in like that. Induction kit, you've got this little nipple here, which goes in that little rubber there. It's got a nut on the end and a washer that you bolt it in with. That goes in there like that. Induction hose on the trumpet, like that. Washer and nut. That do up, and that clips on there like that. Make sure your hoses are all in the correct place and everything's on. Do your hose clips up. they're nipped up. Plug the sensor in, down like that. And that's pretty much that installed. Then you've got this little duct piece here which goes onto the front here where the original one went. Slide that in like that, and that clips on and directs the air to your air filter. So that is that on and fitted. And looking a hell of a lot better, and it sounds amazing. Don't forget when you put all this back together that you need to find the cap. If you screen wash, it just so happens to be on the floor, because obviously you fired it across the engine bay and it's gone on the floor. Job done. Now them bits are done, we're going to take a little trip to make fitting this even easier. Let's use them sports fans up on the ramp so we can get under and have a look. Oh, look at all this rubber. These tyres. These ones aren't too bad. The fronts have had even more of a hammering, especially that one. But under here, we've just had a very, very quick look over it, and it doesn't look any worse than we first thought. Obviously, I mean, the exhaust, that'll be changed anyway. These rubbers missing, that's all going to come out. These are all coming out. The beam bushes, they're being sorted, so they're in hand. We're going to be changing them both sides. I had a few comments saying I should have changed them for the track day. We didn't have time. And actually, it didn't drive too bad. This tyres, you can see them taking an absolute hammering going around Gerard's. This one's not as bad. I think what we're going to do, because we're going back to Mallow, we're going to swap them tyres across the car. So we're putting, yeah, the load on this tyre, this side of this tyre instead of that one. Subframe and lower arms as crusty as they were before. We don't think we've developed any more leaks or anything. There's just a little bit of weeping which was there before. So we've got a few little bits to sort out. And then look at that. Look at all this in here. That rubber off them tyres, that means fun. So they're in there as well. Right, the thing that we need to come in here to change, or doing it on here is easier, is this. So by the looks of it, all it is just two 13mm bolts there. And the other one should just slot in. So I've got my assistant.
Apprentice.
Yeah, it might be a bit tight. So we've got the original one off, and it's just throwing it in the bin and made a loud noise. And this bit presses into this bracket, and the one that came off was sort of like a hexagon sort of thing. So it got straight edges, whereas the one on this new one was round, so we just had to file the hole to make this fit on, knocked it on, and it's now on in the right place. So we now need to try and get it all up in here. There we go then. New rear gearbox mount fitted. That's the last of the little mods in this episode. So look at how cool this place is. And it's got some pretty cool stuff in it. So let me know in the comments if you think we should do a little video, tour of this place, and sit down and have a bit of a chat with Rich and find out what Main Automotive is all about, and what the plans are for the future of it. But yeah, drop us a comment, let us know, and we'll sit down and get that video done if it's something that you want to see. But that is this one done then, guys. It's quite nice to be under the car actually, and not be rolling around on the floor. But yeah, thanks to Rich for letting me use your lift. We'll leave that on there then, guys. Until next time, enjoy.